The Trinidad and Tobago government bows to pressure over controversial Freedom of Information Act amendments. And in sport, Trinidad and Tobago lose to Canada in their final international friendly before the CONCACAF Gold Cup. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, June 12, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break. The Trinidad and Tobago government has caved into pressure and made changes to controversial amendments proposed to the Freedom of Information Act. The announcement by Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi yesterday came on the heels of the opposition United National Congress threatening to take legal action if the amendments were passed, an outcry from more than 30 groups, including NGOs, business chambers, and the Law Association. Al-Rawi says he accepts the government should have offered more information on the need to amend Clause 7 of the legislation that would allow for, among other measures, an increase in the time state entities are required to provide information requested under the Freedom of Information Act.
The argument came out commendably that the government should discuss this matter. I accept that the government should have provided information. I accept that I certainly misunderstood the effect that this would have, because perhaps I was too close to the numbers. When I see bare minimal statistics of refusals, less than 1% refusals on average, and when I notice the severity of costs, perhaps I underestimated that the state could easily have persuaded a parliament on the floor once this data was put forward. So let's accept that. It was for that reason that we pressed pause to allow this information to come into the public domain.
The new amendments, which government only needs a simple majority to pass, are scheduled to be debated in Parliament on Friday. Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse will not bow to protester demands for him to resign amid allegations of embezzlement of funds linked to the Petro-Carib oil initiative. Thousands of people have taken to the streets since Sunday's demanding Moïse's resignation. But Charlotte Jacqueline Jr., one of the president's spokespersons, said Moïse has done everything to ensure the investigation into the spending of Petro-Carib funds. Earlier this week, the state filed a complaint with the Public Prosecutor's Office of Port-au-Prince against those implicated in the Petro-Carib scandal based on the report of the Superior Court of Accounts and Administrative Litigation. Now, the Port-au-Prince government commissioner who received the complaint said he would need to analyze the file in order to decide what to do next. Guyana and Ghana have signed agreements to boost travel and trade between the two countries, including visa waivers. Ghana has also committed to send experts to the CARICOM nation to assist in managing the petroleum industry. The agreements were signed as Ghana's President Ado Dankwa Ado visited Guyana yesterday. Neil Marks of Newsroom Guyana reports.
One of the key initiatives is to make it easy for persons to travel between Guyana and Ghana. The Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, spoke about the initiative.
What it means is that persons who are the holders of diplomatic, official, and regular Guyanese passport can travel to Ghana, and likewise Ghana can come to Guyana without the requirement for a visa. In the initial stages, they will be entitled to at least 90 days without having to renew. But after 90 days, then the requirement for a renewal based on the laws of the respective countries.
Further, Mr. Harmon spoke of the possibilities of future travel, with Ghana situated directly across the Atlantic from Guyana.
The president, his flight took here about 13 hours to get here, because he had to go through Europe and then to come here. If he had flown as the crow flies, it could have taken him about 5 to 6 hours to get from Accra to Georgetown. And so this is the benefit of being able to rearrange train routes, rearrange air routes to allow for better facility, to allow for better travel time for our leaders and for people of this region.
In the areas of business, Harmon said that the Ghanaians have expressed interest in the rum industry and in Guyana's woods. In the area of the petroleum industry, Ghana is prepared to send experts to Guyana.
And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Welcome to this year's 50th Caribbean Broadcast Union Assembly on the island of San Andres. San Andres is a small archipelago located in between Jamaica and Panama in the western Caribbean Sea. A lush, exotic island rich in culture, history, gastronomy, and breathtaking scenic views. Known for its beaches and 7-colored crystalline waters, the island of San Andres will be proudly hosting this year's event. CBU members will enjoy top-of-the-line accommodations for an unforgettable experience in San Andres, connecting Caribbean nations through this year's 50th edition of the CBU Assembly.
Trinidad and Tobago slumped to a 2-0 defeat to Canada in their final international friendly before kicking off their CONCACAF Gold Cup campaign in 7 days' time. Head coach Dennis Lawrence said even though he was disappointed with the outcome, there were some encouraging aspects of his side's performance.
A goalless draw to Japan, followed by a 2-0 defeat to Canada, TNT will now switch their focus to the competition they've been preparing for, the Gold Cup. Coach of the team, Dennis Lawrence, says he has seen all that he needs to see and is putting his energy towards getting the team recovered for the competition.
Most main important thing for us is to recover. I think one of the sore points today for us, which we were very, very concerned about coming back from Japan, was any injuries. Carlisle picked up something slight. I'm hoping it's nothing serious. So it remains recovery. That's the most important thing.
As the team ponders on the challenge ahead, they will be mindful of the fact that they've not scored in their last 5 matches against Thailand, Iran, Wales, Japan and Canada. Lawrence says that the latest 2-0 defeat was a disappointment, but he saw areas of improvement.
Very, very pleased with a lot of the aspects. Obviously disappointed to concede 2 goals, one so early in the game and one late. But in terms of a training exercise for the boys, I thought it was very good for us.
He added it gave them time to see different players in different positions.
It gave us the opportunity to try different players, to try players in different positions, because we're still trying to find the right balance. And I was a bit pleased, especially in the second half, the way that we managed the game. We got ourselves in a lot of good attacking situations, but again, we didn't manage to convert.
The only issue he had a problem with was the number of substitutions they were allowed against Canada.
When you're allowed to use 6 substitutions, because all our planning towards the game, we were planning to get everybody a game. We wanted to play for some people for 45 minutes. We weren't allowed to do that today.
TNT will open their account against Panama on June 18th.
That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.